Hey, Aaron.
Jack, how are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Oh, buddy, I'm doing great. I'm doing good.
That is good, man. That is very, very good. And I think if I do stand to be corrected, it wasn't a few weeks ago that it aired the first chapter of The Shape, directed by yours truly, you.
Yeah, you were correct on that one, my friend. And we had a great opening.
Oh, we did. We did. I kept my conversations kind of short and sweet because I'll tell you, we were getting pumped by so many comments during that movie. So I just sat back and really enjoyed this movie because I have always been a big fan of the Halloween franchise.
Well, I was so happy you were there. So thank you for joining us, Jack.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem at all. So, chapter two, can you talk much about it? I'm sure you can't. Uh, well, I mean, well, as far as details of it, how's it coming along, though? I'm sure you can answer that.
Well, the good news is, Jack, that we have just wrapped chapter 2 as of this last Tuesday. So it is done. We have shot the entire film. And this Saturday, which is tomorrow, I will be picking up the rest of the footage from the other director and start the cutting process probably this weekend.
Right on, right on. Will
Yeah,
he,
man.
how long before the good people like myself will know when this is going to be up on YouTube or whatnot?
Well, good news too there is we have a pretty good track record of finishing a project pretty quickly in post. So our goal is to have this out by the end of April.
End of April. Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, that's just around the corner. I mean, the way the months are flying, man, I'm telling you, ever since COVID, they're just flying like a bird with wings.
Yep, I can't keep up. I need a DeLorean pretty soon to go back in time to catch up.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. But what can I say? I've always been a big fan of the Halloween franchise ever since 1978 when I saw when I saw the first one later on. That was made in 1978 with Jamie Lee Curtis. And of course Nick Castle, as we all know, was the very first Michael, and it's amazing. Did you ever see the movie Halloween 2007 that tells the story of what really the thing is? I was asking Luis this question the other day. What made Michael Myers tick? You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you watch that version directed by Rob Zombie, it tells the story. What made this guy basically decide to kill people? He was
Yes.
pushed, he was abused, he was treated like absolute shit. That's what.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's just a movie, but in a lot of situations that happens.
You ain't kidding. And that's kind of the premise I was coming from when I wrote this first one. I truly appreciate Rob Zombie's vision
Also,
on
do
that.
I.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. A lot of hardcore fans don't like the first half hour of that film, but I tend to think it adds a little more depth to Michael, which
Yeah.
I appreciated. So in our film, I wanted to do that same kind of thing. And I'm so sorry about the phone ringing. Of course, someone's
Oh
going to
man.
call. There we go. But anyway, that was the main focus of our film as well. Is to bring that story out for Michael a little bit more, humanize him in a way like Rob Zombie did.
Wow, amazing, man, amazing. Only this time, if I do stand to be corrected, this woman was basically a kind of a relative of Michael's, and where this girl is trying to keep away from him. He won't hurt you. He's family.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's scary.
yeah.
Oh
I'm
my,
good.
oh my God. What was the actress name in that? Who was the actress name? Now I'm familiar with some of them. Now Amy, I'm definitely familiar with.
Yep.
I'm familiar with Raymond Power. I've interviewed him twice. So
Cool.
I mean, we got some great actors and actresses in this movie. What's that actress name, Aaron?
The that plays the lead in the film.
Yeah, the
Oh,
lady.
Kendra McDermott, and she is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I spoke with her real brief about the concept of what I was trying to do. I had never seen her act before,
right.
but there was something about her that I really liked. And when she showed up on set, she just smoked it. She killed
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
And yeah, and she's just a brand new talent up here in the industry, and she's absolutely amazing. So
Wow.
I was proud to have her.
Oh, and you should be. Just like you should be proud of all the rest of the people who've actually worked hard on this film with you. I mean, the writers, everything. Now, is there any special effects people in this movie?
I do all the special effects, and so does Ryan Smith. I took care of him in the first chapter of this Halloween franchise film.
Okay.
Ryan Smith is doing the visuals in the second film coming up, and he's another great filmmaker up here in the Pacific Northwest as well. He actually wrote the second one, piggybacking off of mine. And that's kind of how we were doing this. And the third one's going to be picked up by Charles Lawson, who's our producer here at CCC Entertainment Group. And he's got a great tie-in to kind of put all this together at the end. So we're super excited to share everything what we're doing with you guys.
Oh, you should be. You should be. And, people don't realize the hard work and dedication that goes into these fan films. Although there are fan films made by fans for fans, there's sometimes, as I was saying to Luis last Saturday in our conversation, there's sometimes a lot of red tape to cut through.
Yes,
there is. I mean, I'll give you an example. A movie that's not out yet. It's a Chucky film of Child's Play thing. Just being brief of this conversation because we're talking about The Shape today. But anyways, due to the red tape, they had to cut it down to 60 minutes. Oh, it was oh man, it was like a blow big time. It's like, oh man, do we have to? But due to copyrighted issues, you sometimes have to go by those regulations, or either this or you're out in the cold. What's it going to be?
Right.
The thing. So I mean, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work and dedication, and there's a lot of red tape, as I just addressed, that has to go through just to get these movies done. Now, I mean, will someone in the movie go through fire in a scene? Oh, of course they will. You got the money.
Right.
You got the money. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll jump through a building if you give me the money. That's what they'll tell you. Well, I don't got the money. Well, I guess we're not doing the shot, aren't we?
Correct. Yeah. There's some things you can't really fake too well.
I know.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I'm assuming you directed some other movies too, have you?
Yes, I have. Oh. Yeah, I've been a filmmaker for about 20 years now, and a lot of the films. Wow. Yeah, a lot of the films we did was a learning process. Never went to film school, never did anything like that. Picked up a camera back in like 2001, I believed, and realized that there's Windows Movie Maker on my laptop, and just started playing around with stuff.
Okay.
In 2018, we released our first feature called The Outrider, which is available now on Tubi TV, Amazon Prime. And it was our goal to show filmmakers out there that are just getting going that you can make a film. It may not need to have this huge budget, but if you've got a decent story and you've got a good team of people trying to help you create something, why not just go out there and learn and make something and get going? And that's what we did. And the film actually has a pretty good following, and we're super proud of that movie considering it cost us like $2,000 to make. And the amount of money that we've made back since 2019 was astronomical compared to the budget. And so we're super proud of that film. It's not the best quality, it's got its problems, but it's a low budget film, and we did it with a 2-man crew and one camera and some can lights from Home Depot. I mean, that's what we did. We didn't have the money to buy all this expensive stuff yet, but that's what kicked us off and got us going. Oh. And here we are now, and now we've got some decent gear. We've made a bit of money. We've got an audience of people that are interested in what we're doing, and we wanted to pay them back with some fun stuff, and that's why we're doing these films.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, man. Now, what could be the reason, like for other movies, why things where the director and writers were really planning on getting this to an hour and 90 minutes or maybe 2 hours? It's all about the money, correct?
I believe so.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, oh yeah, it's like this is our chocolate cake. Friday 13 is our chocolate cake, or Child's Play is our chocolate cake. And if you want a piece of it, you're going to pay the same amount of money that everybody else has to pay.
That's correct.
There's no freebies here.
No freebies, bro.
We didn't go into this free, and we're not coming out of it free. So that's pretty much how it is. I think that's why, it's all about the money. They also were planning on basically selling some merchandise too to the fans. And that was out of the question. So even merchandise they could put a stop to. It's like, no, I mean,
Yeah, you can't monetize someone else's IP. They'll get all over you.
exactly. It's all
Yeah.
about, oh yeah, it's copyrighted. That's it.
That's it. And that's it. But that's the cool thing about fan films. If you're really doing one for the right reasons, you're not even thinking about that thing.
No, you're
You're just
definitely
trying,
not.
yeah, you're just wanting to engage and pay tribute to the
Oh
source
yeah.
material the best you can and explore visions that you have, ideas. And that's kind of what I was doing with Michael. I thought Rob Zombie did the
Oh
same
yeah.
thing. Carpenter's with
Oh,
his
absolutely.
story. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. There is definitely not any intended disrespect for any filmmaker out there trying to do a fan film, something they love. I
Oh
just
no,
don't see that. No, they're
definitely
doing
not.
their best to share their vision of whatever iconic characters that they grew up watching. That's what they're
Oh
doing.
yeah. I
It's a
mean,
beautiful thing.
there's a lot of all these fan films is what keeps these movies alive. I strongly believe Friday 13 fan films.
Oh
And
yeah,
if it wasn't for great directors like yourself, have you ever heard of Jeremy Brown?
I have.
Okay, Jeremy Brown, who did Vengeance, my
Mhm,
goodness. Tony Biz, who's now doing Charles Chucky fan film.
mhm.
All you guys together have kept these fan films alive. And that's
Well,
basically your goal too.
you know what? For you to put me in that category with those guys, that's awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
Seriously, I super appreciate that.
not a problem, man. Not a problem at all. I mean, I aim to respect and I aim to promote as many more of these films as they come out. And I'm sure, I mean, you probably were surprised that, wait a minute, this guy's from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada, and he wants to promote my movie. Like, whoa, what the heck? I'm sure that blew you away in somewhat, in a good way.
Absolutely, it does.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, basically, I wouldn't known it was actually out or getting ready to come out until I saw Lexi Angelino's post on Facebook. It's like, now Lexi, a good acquaintance of mine, who has helped a lot of great people out as well. I mean, Raymond Power, she's I think she manages him.
Mm-hmm.
She has a niece that Sanaya Lucis.
Sanaya, yeah, and she
Yeah.
also is, I think, yeah, Amy DiLorenzo as well. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So
she's got a lot of great people that she's helping out.
oh,
Mhm.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, kind of like myself, Sanaya has basically she worked with Frankie Numis in one scene, but it was just one scene, but still
How about that?
she got to work with him for one scene. She's at the checkout, and
Yeah,
I think he's waiting on her. And that's all the scene of Frankie and her, but it's still without a question about it, even for 5 seconds or whatnot, that is still a great honor.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, man. It's amazing how things are going. And I'm just so glad that things are slowly getting back to normal. They're not back to normal completely, but they're a lot better than they were 2 years ago, man.
Oh yeah, brother. Yeah, it was a refreshing moments we had on set with everyone filming this last fan film.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see everybody out. Everybody's so happy. Everybody's so positive. They're refreshed. They're ready to go. They're invigorated. So that kind of energy can only do good things, and that's what we were able to go through this last one, and on the second one as well that we just wrapped. We had a fantastic time putting it together and just slammed it out, and everybody was so positive, man, and had
Oh,
great attitudes, and their spirits were high. And
oh yeah.
dude, it's cool. It
Oh,
is.
absolutely, absolutely. So who is Michael in chapter 3?
Luis.
Luis again?
Yeah, Matthew was actually the one in our movie, Matthew Jensen.
Yeah.
Luis Alexander Brescia is Michael in the second one coming
Yeah, I
up.
got him. But I mean, the third one, do you know who it is going to be for third?
It's still up in the air, my
Up in
man.
the air. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
sure you let me know when the time is right.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, Aaron, I want to thank you so much. I know this has been brief, but I know you're a very busy man like myself. But I want to thank you for taking time this afternoon to let me interview you and reminisce on this absolute fantastic fan film. And keep up the good work.
Jack, it's been an honor. Thank you, my friend, for having me on.
My pleasure. Take care.
All right, brother. See you.